Hey guys, so I'm back with Crusader Kings 3 here, and today I had a pretty good idea. I want to try to create the worst culture possible. So what I mean by that is like making the culture have the worst traditions in the entire game. So I'm going to find a culture that doesn't exist in the modern era, just so people don't get offended, and then I'll get back to you. This will do. So immediately what I'm going to do here is improve relations with this guy, swear fealty, and then click this. Our character isn't the greatest. He has 2 sinful traits, which mean that we won't get any piety. He's humble. He's okay, actually. Our son isn't that good either. He also has 2 sinful traits. And our grandson has 2 virtuous traits. That's lucky. Here we go. And for this game, I have to completely change my playing style, because usually I only go for learning, but now I have to go for specifically diplomacy because of the prestige bonus that it gives me. So it'll be easier to actually convert these traditions to worse ones. And we're dead. I would be lying if I said that we did anything with this guy. I just really sat there and did nothing. There's not much you can really do with a guy who's a marshal when you need to fabricate claims. Here's this guy. He's probably gonna live a bit longer since he's in learning. All I really want is to get to my son here, because he's actually in diplomacy and we can do stuff with it. How's he imprisoned? He's imprisoned by this guy somehow. Alright, here we go. Nice. Okay. This is pretty interesting. The Pope wants me to change one of my traditions to get rid of concubines. I think I'm gonna do this because if this isn't too bad. And it's not like we can even have concubines anyway, so it doesn't really do anything. And it looks like the Danelaw exists now. That kind of sucks. Because I actually want the Vikings to be gone. I hate having them raid me every single 5 years, so... And it's time for war again. There we go. Okay, this is exactly why I don't want the Vikings to be here. So the Kingdom of Scotland actually won that war. I'm going to take advantage of this and push this claim here. Alright, nice. Alright, so this is kind of risky here, but I'm gonna push it anyways. I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to actually, like, siege it down before his allies come, so... Alright, nice. You have got to be joking me. You have got to be joking me. How? What are the chances of this happening? Like... Oh my god, dude. And plus he's gonna lose this too. I'm gonna try to join this war for him. I'm probably gonna have to spend money on mercs if I can. Like, oh my god. It's so annoying having to deal with the Vikings. Alright, I don't know what happened there, but like, immediately he just gave up. He might have just given him money that, I don't know if that's an option for the AI to do. To just give money to them instead of actually giving them land. But yeah. That's just my guess. I need to be as opportunistic as possible. I just noticed that this guy is really, really low on troops. So I'm going to push his claim. Sweet. And the Byzantines are no more. And I'm going to go after these islands here now. So, the game's bugged here. I don't know why he's just sitting there doing nothing. Like, why are you doing this? He's literally gonna starve himself to death. Oh, there he goes. Look, he's actually moving. He still won't... Why isn't he trying to come and help me? I need his help because of, This guy merked up here. Actually, I think it'll be okay. I just need to wait for his mercs to run out. Alright, here we go. So that war kind of turned me off from doing the rest of these islands here. Because if they merc up, I'm basically kind of stuck here doing nothing. And plus they both have allies, which are decently strong, so I think I'm just going to hold off until I get stronger. Looking at the legacies I can pick, I think I'm going to go for glory here, just because of this prestige buff that I get. Alright, so this guy died. He was pretty good. And now we finally are playing as somebody that's under the age of 50, so that's great. I'm hoping that we can finally get our first new tradition with him, because we really need to start doing it. Alright, so this guy's still weak, so I'm just going to do this again. So I think I have a plan. So what I'm planning to do here is get free from Scotland, declare war and take this, and then hopefully I can usurp the Danelaw, and then it'll just be a kingdom title instead of being, you know, Scotland's duchy. Alright, so something else happened here. I think this guy had a dissolution faction going on, and I think the guy here just submitted to it. This happened a little bit more differently than I thought it would. Actually, this isn't going to work out. It says to usurp it, I need 6 out of 11 required counties, which means I'll have to push into England, and they're always super strong. So I think what I'm going to do is actually push north, and then just recreate Scotland. There we go. And there we go. I just fabricated a claim on this duchy up here. I'm going to push this immediately, just so I can form the Kingdom of Scotland again. Nice. And now all we need is money. Alright, here we go. And with this, we can actually vassalize our neighbors, so let's do it. Nice. And one more. So I think I'm actually going to switch. So I actually think I'm going to switch my first tradition here from Highland Warriors to only the strong. The reason why I'm going to do this, obviously, is because of this is pretty bad. I get more knights and I get more knight effectiveness, but I also get levy size minus 25, which is like pretty terrible. And this also means that I'm going to have to start like recruiting knights because of I have a few stragglers that are below, you know, the benchmark. So, and we have a pretty good opportunity here of actually taking this entire duchy. We have like a massive troop advantage due to our allies, so I'm gonna go for it. I actually have a 50% chance of him becoming a monk. I'm going to try to do this and see if it works. Nice. So I got to save a little bit of renown here. And I'm also going to convert my court language to French, just for this court grandeur buff. Alright, so I just passed that tradition. And I can't even have half of my knights, because they aren't above the threshold. And I also lost like 2,000 levy, so yeah, that was pretty bad. So I just fabricated a claim on the Duchy of Holland. So I'm just going to push it right now. This was actually unexpected. I can actually vassalize this guy. And I'm pretty sure with that I'll be able to vassalize this person next. So let's see. There we go. Yep. And there we go. Here's another claim. That's amazing. So I don't even know how long we lived. Let's actually look and see how long we were this guy. 7 months. And he was killed by somebody. So now we're my 9-year-old son. And I need to definitely get out of these wars because of everyone's gonna hate me in my realm. Alright, there we go. And now all I need to do is just recover. Here's another vassal. And one more. Nice. We can actually usurp the Kingdom of England right now. Let's do it. Nice, and now we should just be able to gobble up and vassalize the rest of these guys down here. Alright, nice. This is kind of cool. So there's a pretty big heresy down here with Catholicism, or Catharism. And apparently the Kingdom of Italy actually converted to it. So it looks like we're gonna have quite the heresy. Looking at it now, there isn't a specific bad culture that you can have, because it depends on what your goal is for the campaign. So for mine, something like this would probably be pretty bad, because I need prestige, but at the same time I get a huge buff in castle holding construction. It's honestly hard to like choose the worst option since there's so many of them to choose from. This one's probably pretty bad. I'll go with this one, because if I don't build temples, like, why would I build a temple? So I've been actually conquering off screen, just like taking like duchy counties, you know, fabricating them, and I can finally create the Kingdom of Britannia, or the Empire. All I need is the money, which will be right here in a month. There we go. So there we go. And I also think I'm gonna press this button here, reclaim Britannia, just to do it, you know, just for a little bit of fun. Alright, there we go. It doesn't really do much for us. This could be good, but like, I don't know, it's not really worth it. Honestly, like, all the coaches are basically fully accepted, so it makes no sense to actually do it. I'm gonna consecrate my bloodline here. And this has to be one of the worst Italys I've ever seen in my life. This religious map mode it's absolutely just hideous. And there's so many different like religions. Oh my god, it's so bad. And since I'm doing nothing but waiting, I'm gonna help this crusade here as much as I can. It shouldn't be too hard to win it. It's just for Aquitaine here. Alright, so the crusade was actually successful. And the person who I wanted to get on the throne is on the throne. And this is a pretty sweet country. Crusader Aquitaine. I might as well just push this clan that I have here. I'm gonna continue with my temple building meta here and replace stalwart defenders, which is like amazing for this, which is pretty garbage. Like, you like barely build temples at all if you hold on to these provinces the entire game. Because like, why would you just get rid of provinces to build temples? I guess you could build them in your vassals' lands, but like, I don't know, like this doesn't even do much regardless, so I'm just gonna switch this for this. Alright, and here we are again with another crusade, and this guy's about to get absolutely just destroyed by us. Obviously we won that, and I put my best friend on the throne, so alright, so I got bored, and I've been expanding. And I've actually expanded so much that I can actually take this decision here, which usually is like super hard to do. It gives like amazing buffs. So, I think I have my house members on the throne of Denmark, Sweden, Italy, this state of course. I also somehow married into this guy. Now I have my house on this kingdom and this one. And we are getting like a ton of renown for that. So yeah, this is super good. I'm gonna end this here. Our culture is pretty bad, especially for where we are here. This one was bad when we got it, but it's actually pretty good now, considering that, like, you know, we're massive and we get a ton of people coming in. So it's okay. This one's of course bad because you can only use it like a few times. Same with this one. And the last one I chose was mountain homes. because of, I don't even know where we have a mountain province in our land. Maybe it's somewhere in here or something, but like, yeah, here. Looking at us, we're pretty strong. I just got out of another crusade that failed, so that's why my troops are so low. We have really good people since our legacies are like, you know, good. I went into blood. Blood's a meta. So, yeah, that's why everyone's so good. I spread my house pretty far, which is surprising. I don't know how I did it this well, but like, there are so many people with our house now. It's not even funny. Looking at the world, we have created like weird cultures here. We have Cumbrian and French in Normandy. We have Cumbrian and Sardinian in Sardinia. And we have Russian and Cumbrian in, I don't even know what to call this area. So we've spread our culture a little bit. Looking at religions, it's actually kind of crazy how good Orthodox is doing right now. They're like massive and they go all the way to Mongolia. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys want to see another video or have any other ideas for videos, just let me know. And thank you for watching.